Hi, so my name is Esper. You probably don't know me. You also may know me, but not know how I look like. If I sound vaguely familiar, it's probably because I've told you how to mod your M1A, or you've stopped by one of my streams. I stream on Twitch 5 days a week, and 97% of the time, you'll find me streaming Tarkov. I never do videos like this. I try to focus on tutorials and gameplay, and I tend to keep my opinions within my own stream if people ask. And while I tend to have strong opinions of the game, I've never personally felt the need to intervene because there's usually not one right answer to things like this, but this is a massive, massive exception. Mostly because this not only concerns the game, but the community as a whole. This is the one time I would say there is one right answer. I want to address the glitching that's happening within the Tarkov community and the rhetoric behind it and why it's more damaging for us in the long run. There are many, many things important to a game when you break it down. Ultimately, it comes down to development and the community. You as a player are part of the community. The moment you start playing this game, you are part of the community. Now, your involvement could be as little as playing the game once a month. You can boot up the game, play a couple of matches, and then say, that's me, done. Or you can be a lurker in many, many Twitch communities, or a viewer of a Tarkov content creator, a contributor to the subreddit, or a lurker. You can have as little or as much to do with the Tarkov community as you want. But no matter how you spin it, you are part of the community if you play this game. I want to make a few things clear. Glitching, or any form of it, is 100% cheating. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is cheating. Spinning it as awareness is removing culpability from yourself when it is there inherently as a member of the community. There are report systems which, while people may not think is doing anything, it has fixed the gun glitch 3 separate times. We are responsible for the community on an individual level. We are responsible, at the very least, for ourselves. And responsible, if we choose to take it on, to call out any damaging behavior from the community. And this is why I'm speaking up. So here it is. Dear Tarkov community, you are fucking up big time. Please stop. There are many, many reasons why people cheat, and none of them are valid. None of them. Glitching is cheating, and this movement that's making its way across the community is far more damaging than any bugs that will exist in the game. This is breeding frustration, toxicity, and lack of culpability towards the future of the community that will never, ever leave us if it gets bad enough. So let's put a stop to it here. If you don't believe me, look at CSGO, look at DayZ. How many people refuse to go into the DayZ subreddit just because it's toxic? How many people do you know have stopped playing CSGO because of the rampant cheating and toxicity in the game? The community grew frustrated, and that's not just a problem anyone can fix. In fact, that might not be a problem that you can fix once it gets bad enough. The human element in Tarkov, or in any game for that matter, is not something that can be fixed with a hot fix or a patch. And we need to take great care to make sure that we as a community are working together. is an evolving, ever-changing part of the experience, and I would argue one of the most important parts. Right now, the community has taken a detour that is creating more damage that, if left unchecked, will render the game in an unplayable state. And not because of bugs, not because of gun glitching, weapon glitching, or anything else, but because of the human element. The thing that we can't fix with a little bit of code. At the end of the day, no one else will be there to blame but ourselves for not intervening, for not taking part in an active discussion, and for not calling out the glitching and cheating going around. We are culpable and we are responsible for what is going on. Now you may be thinking, Esper, people who are going to cheat are going to do it anyway. Yes and no. To a certain degree, we need to make it so that we go through the proper channels to report bugs. It's not up to us to spread how it's done and encourage people to take action in that way. What we do need to do is encourage good sportsmanship among each other. And if nothing else, at the very least, fair gameplay. And this is me doing my part. We all stand to gain something from this. Not in the immediate satisfaction that will be killing people with a better gun than you normally would be able to take into a raid, or the satisfaction of not losing anything in a permadeath game, but a satisfaction that is harder to see because it is something that you will just continue to benefit from in the long run in small, minute ways that may not be as prominent right away. But me as a streamer, I get to keep playing a game I enjoy every day, and that's how I benefit from it. You, as a viewer of mine, or a viewer of any other content creator that plays Tarkov, will have a better viewing experience. You will get fair fights, you will get good gunfights, and the people who stream or create content will be in a better mood and put out better content by extension. And you, as a paying customer, you paid for this game with your hard-earned money. You get a better experience. You get a better community. And that is the one thing we have complete control over. As a community, we can check each other. We can go and say whenever the community is not holding itself up to a good standard. We have that power. So instead of coming together and creating something good for all of us, why are we turning our backs against each other and glitching and cheating? Why are we letting that part of the community grow bigger? And I don't know if this is a futile attempt to stop that, but this is me calling those people out. Invest in yourself, invest in the community, and the game will be better for it in the long run. I just want to know why we're ruining trust amongst each other and making a worse experience for the rest of the community, who you could easily be on the receiving end of that later. And I know a lot of people aren't glitching, and a lot of people have either taken a break or have just not played. But why are we letting this happen? I've talked enough. I'll leave the comments as an open way for everybody to discuss what's happening. And I just want to remind everybody, please be civil, please be nice, and please be respectful. You can have a discussion without being rude to each other, calling each other names. And I will be in there, I will be moderating, and I will be in the comments as well for any discussions that may arise that I have something to say over. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope we can overcome this as a community.